Have you ever had one of those mornings where your mind feels ready, your energy is there, but your body just doesn't follow the way it used to? Maybe you remember a time when your erections were firm the moment you needed them, your stamina felt steady, and your confidence never dipped. But now there's a hesitation, a delay, a softness, a drop in consistency. And what surprises most men is how early this can start. It's not just something that happens after 60. I see men in their 30s noticing slower arousal, weaker morning erections, and less reliable performance. And the frustrating part is that most of them are doing the obvious things already. They're exercising, they're eating better. Some even try the dark chocolate trick because flavanols are supposed to support blood flow. But here's what I tell my patients, especially the ones who want to reclaim stronger erections and higher sexual confidence. Dark chocolate can absolutely help, but only halfway. To actually trigger the kind of firmness and responsiveness you want, you need to pair it with one specific nutrient that activates the entire process. When men finally understand this pairing, their confidence shifts fast. Because what they thought was aging is often just a missing signal. Erections are all about blood flow, clean, responsive, full-volume blood flow. They rely on nitric oxide, vascular relaxation, oxygen delivery, pelvic circulation, and healthy endothelial cells. But when one part of that chain slows down, your erections become less predictable. And that unpredictability is what makes most men feel worried. It's not just the physical change, it's the psychological hit. It makes intimacy feel uncertain, and that uncertainty can become a cycle. I want to break that cycle for you today. And I'm going to show you exactly how to use a simple, delicious daily ritual, dark chocolate plus its activating partner nutrient, to boost nitric oxide production, help your pelvic blood vessels open more fully, and support the firmness and stamina that make you feel like yourself again. Let's start with the real reason erections change. Erections depend on a pressure system inside the penis that only works when the arteries going into the tissue open widely and stay open long enough to build firmness. It's not willpower, it's not desire, it's hydraulics. And hydraulics depend on the flexibility of your blood vessels and the sensitivity of the cells lining them. By your late 20s and especially into your 30s, nitric oxide levels begin to decline. Pair that with stress, inconsistent sleep, poor hydration, long hours sitting, and inflammation from modern diets, and suddenly your vessels can't expand the way they used to. That means weaker morning erections, slower arousal, faster drop-off during sex, or trouble maintaining firmness. This is exactly why dark chocolate gets so much attention. It contains flavanols that support better endothelial function. But here's the catch. Most men don't absorb those flavanols effectively. Your stomach acid, digestive enzymes, and normal breakdown processes destroy a huge percentage before they ever reach your bloodstream. So yes, dark chocolate helps, but not enough to create the full erection-supporting effect you want. You need an activator, and that activator is vitamin C. Not in a supplement tablet, in real food. When you pair dark chocolate with a fresh source of vitamin C, you slow the breakdown of flavanols, boost their absorption, and dramatically increase your nitric oxide availability. This creates a clearer, fuller, stronger blood flow response in the pelvic area. I've seen men go from barely noticeable morning erections to strong, confident ones within a week simply from activating the flavanols correctly. It's not magic, it's chemistry finally working with you instead of against you. Let me give you an example. A younger guy I worked with, he was 34, came to me feeling frustrated. He told me his erections weren't as firm or quick as before, and he felt embarrassed even bringing it up. He assumed he needed intense supplements or something more aggressive. When I explained this chocolate and vitamin C pairing, he didn't believe something that simple could make a difference. But he tried it anyway. Within days, he told me his morning erections came back stronger, his arousal felt more responsive, and his stamina returned in a way he hadn't felt in years. That's the power of activating your blood flow pathways. Most men don't need a new body. They need better signals. So here's how you create those signals. This is the bold, direct, performance-focused version that I teach to men who want stronger erections, better stamina, and more control over their arousal. The ritual has 5 main steps, but I'm going to walk you through the deeper why behind each one so you understand the full effect. Step 1. The pairing. Choose 1 ounce of dark chocolate between 70 and 85% cacao. The higher the cacao, the richer the flavanol content. Pair it with a natural source of vitamin C. Half a kiwi, a few strawberries, a small handful of blueberries, or a slice of orange. This combination protects the flavanols and boosts their absorption dramatically. Without this step, the chocolate loses most of its erection benefits. Step 2. Timing. Do this mid-morning or early afternoon. That's when nitric oxide naturally dips, stress hormones tend to rise, and blood flow becomes more sluggish. Supporting your circulation here creates a stronger pattern that carries into the evening and into the next morning. A lot of men notice firmer morning erections after doing this ritual consistently for a few days. Step 3. How you eat it. Slow chewing. Nasal breathing. I say this all the time. Nasal breathing triggers small bursts of nitric oxide in your airway. Slow chewing activates the parasympathetic nervous system. Together, they put your body into a state that supports vasodilation, the widening of your blood vessels, which is essential for erection strength. These tiny details matter more than you think. Step 4. Hydration. After the pairing, drink a glass of mineral-rich water. Add a pinch of sea salt or a squeeze of lemon. Erections rely on pressure, and pressure relies on proper hydration and electrolyte balance. When your blood is too thick or you're dehydrated, your erections lose volume and firmness. Hydration alone has helped some of my patients improve erection consistency even before adding anything else. Step 5. Activate the pelvic area. This is the part most men skip, but it's essential. Spend 1 minute slowly shifting your weight from side to side. Add 20 seconds of slow hip circles. These movements push newly oxygenated blood into the vessels that supply erection tissues. They also reduce tension in the lower back and pelvis, which directly affects arousal response. This is the difference between some improvement and real performance results. When you combine all 5 steps, you're teaching your body to reawaken the pathways that create firmness, stamina, and responsiveness. And the improvement doesn't stop at erections. This ritual helps stabilize energy, support mood, reduce stress, regulate sleep, and improve overall vascular function. But I know why you're here. You want better erections, stronger, more reliable, more consistent. And yes, this ritual supports exactly that. If you follow this daily, here's what you can expect to notice. Your morning erections become firmer. Your arousal feels easier. Your stamina improves because your vessels stay open longer. Your confidence rises because you know your body will respond when you want it to. And that feeling, that confidence, changes everything. But let me say something important. Erections are not an age test. They're a blood flow test. And blood flow is something you can influence dramatically through small daily habits like this one. I've watched men who thought they were past their prime completely transform their sexual confidence just by learning how to support nitric oxide properly. If you want to start this week, here's the simplest 3-step version. Keep dark chocolate and fruit together in your kitchen, do 1 minute of hip mobility daily, and drink 1 intentional glass of mineral water afterward. That alone supports firmness, blood flow, and arousal faster than most men expect. Try it. Your body is more capable than you think, and your confidence will feel the difference.